Thank you, everybody, for joining us again for Chamber Chat. We are thrilled today to have with us Brett Farrington. He's the owner of Renova Exterior Detailing. So, Brett, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks. I appreciate you having me, Jason. It's good to be here.
Absolutely. So, if you would kind of share about your business story, how did you get started? What is Renova about?
Absolutely. We got started, our sister company, Holiday Spirit Lighting. My partner and I, Charlotte, started that in 2009. And that was just strictly a seasonal business. And the opportunity came up to take on a challenge like that allowed Charlotte and I to kind of work really hard and then have some time and ideally make a few dollars to enjoy that time off in the summer season. So we did quite a bit of traveling. And that, in a nutshell, was kind of like why we started Holiday Spirit Lighting. That was in 2009, 12 years ago now. As the business grew, it proved to be a pretty successful organization and operation that kind of kept building and scaling. And I started noticing like really great people joining our team and staying on, even in a seasonal business. And I was like, I really, really need to figure out a way to retain and provide more opportunity for my team and my people. So that's where Renova Exterior Detailing comes in. That was founded in 2016. And that kind of fills in that gap. The two of them work really nicely when you look at the schedules over the course of the year.
12 years. That's a good run.
It has been.
What would you say is special about your business, Brett?
Like I said before, what was special and what I noticed right away was the people. And the focus on people. We're in the service business, and at the end of the day, we're not manufacturing. We are providing services to our customers, but ultimately that is all completely dependent on people, including our team and the community that we're operating in, and those communities like Magnolia, for example. And the thing that's special for me is the fact that our focus has always been about living our lives first and having a work situation that allows us to support that lifestyle and those lifestyles for myself and my entire team.
That's cool. Yeah. The character of your business, I've always been impressed.
Appreciate that.
The amount of time that I've known you and just heard how you do things, it's not your average story. So keep up the great work.
Thank you. Yeah. We are doing just that for sure. There's one other thing I think looking forward into the future that I should also add is we've had a 12-year run of building up a small business to a certain level of success. And now it's also allowed me as the owner to look into the future and see other opportunities. And I do feel like those opportunities are going to lead us in a pretty exciting, and something I'm more passionate about is the sustainable future business model. And that vision, that impact vision for the future, I think that is really what is going to set us apart from here going forward.
Yeah, vision is key. That's cool.
Yeah.
So tell us, what are some fun facts about your business?
Well, fun facts about our business. We have had our longest running employee has been with us for 10 years. And he's come back year in and year out, and he's been integral, Reed Ferris, to building the business up to the level that it's been. He helped set up and get Holiday Spirit Lighting off the ground. And then later, his good friend, Sam McNerney, came in, and he's helped develop Renova Exterior Detailing. And he's been integral in building that piece up.
Good employee base is so critical this day and age.
Oh, and I honestly, they say, I'm part of these different business groups, and they're talking about hiring and recruiting. And one of the key points that is easy to overlook is you look for skills and knowledge and this and that. But it's like, hey, wait a minute. Do you like these people? Like, you're going to go to work and spend a lot of time with them. It's really important you get along. And so that has been foundational to our success. And that's also, the truth be told, Reed was that first person. You know how most people get their jobs through someone they know. It's through networking. So that if you look at the family tree or the friend tree here, Connor comes on, a bunch of his friends come on, they meet Sam. So that whole network, it's been built on family, and then it's built on a friend circle. And that's what we're trying to continue to foster, is that type of culture.
That's awesome. Very special. Very special. So I think I know the answer to part of this based on our discussion earlier today, but tell us a little bit about your own personal passions or hobbies and such.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, passions are important to me, and I find that they're important to like building teams and the energy that you can get together with the team. And one of my passions that I've figured out in my life very early on is I wanted a simple, beautiful life for me and my family. I have a young family now. I am fully dedicated to that same pursuit, even though I'm running a small business, which can be hectic and crazy, and you can turn that into your own prison if you're not careful. And I've been very, very careful to create boundaries to make sure that the reason I'm doing this is to have that simple, beautiful life. More on the more like checklist side of hobbies, I'm a big fan of, I'm a bonsai enthusiast. So I like to work on tiny little trees. I like to go in the mountains and hike and collect some of those trees. I really like fly fishing. I caught my first steelhead earlier this year. I've had my best fly fishing year in my life in 2021. It's been remarkable. So that's been really cool. And traveling, we went on a big road trip. We actually took our electric car and went on a 1 month road trip back to Minnesota, where I'm from, with me and my family. So that type of adventure with the fam. And I like yoga, other things like grilling food, smoking salmon, curing meat, pork, things like that, making legs of prosciutto. That's kind of my zone of hobbies and interests.
Very cool. And it's in line with your motto for your family, it sounds like.
100%. That alignment is like, that's what I'm talking about. So if I can stay in that zone, I find that I'm happy, energy's flowing positively, and it works for me, works for my family, and works for our business.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
So, a lot of times when we talk about COVID and things like that, it's easy to get down on the future and what it might hold for us. But we love to turn the table on that and ask, what are ways that you're hopeful about the future, Brett?
What am I hopeful about the future? I think by nature, I'm a relatively future looking person. And if I didn't have positive visions of what that future could or would look like, I'd be a very grumpy person right now in the present. And that wouldn't work very well for me or my family or my business. But the things I'd say specifically that I'm excited about is I think this is opening our eyes to a situation where we are all in this together as a community, as a society.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm looking at what I've looked at is like, well, what is my sphere of influence and where can I make maybe the biggest difference? And with this small business, I recognize that we built up over 12 years. We've actually beat the odds with regards to running a small business. Usually they don't last this long and grow and have even any employees. And we have between 12 and 20 employees now, which I'm super proud of. But I think where the influence is I'm running a small organization that's incredibly connected to our community and people. And this idea of a sustainable future to me and what it looks like to help have an impact on that, whether it's making an impact in our community or our environment, which to me are one and the same. We're a business that is focused on homes, right?
Right.
But what makes a home is the inhabitants, the people inside it, the family, right? The people and the community that lives around them. And so our vision for the future is, I'm very excited about, is we're going to be going for our B Corp certification. And from there, we're ideally going to transition and try to transition the entire business into a social business as opposed to just a traditional small for-profit business. Meaning not just trying to have a financially sustainable organization that creates profits, but also provides these profits in the form of impact for our community and our environment. And we're working on that right now, and I'm super excited about it. It's definitely the thing that's the next thing that Renova is going to be focused on from here in the future. And like developing that culture and our team and building a team around people who also embrace this idea is going to be, that's what I'm hoping for.
That's inspiring. I love that.
Cool.
So before we say goodbye, can you share with people that may not know much about your business how they find you, your website, other socials, things like that?
That is a good idea. Yes, of course. We have two websites, which I would say would be probably the easiest way to find us. Holiday Spirit Lighting, our seasonal lighting installation business, is holidayspiritlighting.com. And our Renova exterior detailing is a full cleaning, exterior cleaning detailing business, from window washing, pressure washing, roof and gutter cleaning, moss removal, pretty much all hard surfaces on your property except the lawn or landscaping. We try to leave those intact. And that's seattlewindowwashers.com. Renova Exteriors is also, I believe, our handle. I'm not a great social media person. We do have Instagram for Renova and Holiday Spirit, and you can find us on Instagram, and we're starting to build that up as well, and Facebook as well. Holiday Spirit Lighting and Renova Exterior Detailing.
Awesome.
That's what I got for you. That's how you can find us. We're in Seattle, and we're here to serve, right?
There you go. And if anybody has any questions, you can always find them on our directory on our website as well. So, Brett,
Yes.
thank you. This is great. Thank you for taking the time and sharing your story and inspiring us all just a little bit more.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Jason. I appreciate the opportunity. This has been awesome. Good conversation.
Absolutely. Take care.
Same to you.